Hey guys, my name is Cody Barton. Welcome to my channel where I talk to you all about real estate, business, and systems. And in this video, I'm showing you the deal that we're doing here on Emerald Street and showing you specifically how to increase your profit per deal as a wholesaler. Alright guys, so like I said, this property over here on Emerald Street is a property that we decided to fix and flip. So this was a deal that our acquisition team had originally locked up and we were going to wholesale it until we were able to rerun the numbers and decide that, hey, we're gonna make a lot more money if we decide to fix and flip this property. So the path to this deal getting done was, this was actually a deal that came from a high equity absentee list. So that meant the people that owned the property before didn't owe a lot of money on it based on what it was actually worth, and it meant they weren't living in the property. They had a tenant that was occupying it and they were renting it out month to month to tenants. And so how we got this lead is we pulled the list from batchleads.com for those high equity absentee owners. And then what we decided to do with this particular list was do some text marketing. So we brought in one of our virtual assistants to do some text marketing. The homeowner, reached back out and said, yes, I do want to sell my property. Yes, I am interested in selling. We actually had the lead come into our Podio system where we hold all of our leads on August 6th, and we got the contract on this deal on September 10th. So you'll see there, it took a little over a month from the day that that lead came into our system for my acquisition team to do the follow-up with this homeowner for us to get the contract on the property. And as those follow-ups were happening, it took 10 follow-ups to get the contract on this deal. So one of the things that you have to realize when you're going out talking to homeowners, when you're trying to get deals under contract, the fortune is in the follow-up, guys. Like it's not gonna happen on just calling them one time. There were 10 additional calls after that lead came in for us to get that contract, and it took a little over a month, obviously, as you'll see there, where it came in about a month and 4 days before we got the contract on this deal. So the quick story of this particular deal was the homeowner was actually a real estate agent. So the homeowner of this property has the ability to go and list the property. She didn't have to sell it to us, but she didn't want to deal with getting her tenant out of the property. She didn't want to deal with fixing the property up and getting it list ready, market ready, and get the most amount of money out of it. Her deal was, hey, if I can, at least get a decent amount of money out of this property, I don't have to deal with the tenant, I don't have to deal with the repairs, I'm gonna be happy and I can move on with my life. And so that's what we were able to come in and do for her, where we bought this property from her for $125,000. And when we purchased it for that amount, as we're under contract, we got access to the property to see the conditions. She said, yeah, it needs a little bit of work. I just don't want to do it. Once we got inside the property, this thing was a mess. It smelled really bad. It needed tons of work. The flooring was all jacked up. The bathrooms needed to be completely redone. The kitchen needed to be completely redone. It needed interior paint. It needed exterior paint. Pretty much everything you could think of inside this thing and a lot of things outside needed to be fixed. And so what we figured was, okay, it's gonna cost about $30,000, $35,000 to get it, market ready, to list it and sell it to a retail buyer that's gonna come in here and live in it after we're done. So originally we thought we would be able to wholesale it to another fix and flipper for about $145,000. We would then make a $20,000 spread. But after we saw the condition of it, we're like, it's gonna need a lot more than we were thinking, $30,000 to $35,000. So what we decided to do was give ourselves a raise on this particular deal. Because what was gonna happen was we had it, again, at $125,000. And now we would only be able to really sell it to another buyer for $135,000. So we were only going to make $10,000 instead of the $20,000 we thought we were going to. So what we decided to do instead is make $40,000. And how we did that was we assigned it from ourselves. So follow me here. We have a contract on the property for $125,000 in our wholesaling company. And what we did was we assigned that property to ourselves, our fix and flip company, for $135,000. That same $10,000 we would have made if we sold it to another investor. But then what we decided to do, obviously, is we bought it ourselves and we went and did the renovation. We came in here and made it beautiful. We spent it ended up being $32,500 to get this thing ready and market ready to be able to sell it. And so now that we went in and did all of that, we're gonna be able to sell it and make another $25,000, $30,000 on the back end. So like I was saying, we decided to make $40,000 instead of just $10,000. So we made the wholesale fee plus the back end profits of doing the fix and flip ourselves. All right guys, so just recapping everything that we already spoke about is we bought the property for $125,000, assigned it to ourselves for $135,000. We put a little over $30,000 into it. So all in with money costs, the cost of construction, holding costs, utilities and everything, we're into this deal about $175,000. And so we're gonna go and resell this property for low 200s, maybe 205, 210,000. After real estate fees, commissions, and everything on the back end, we do expect to make 25, 30,000 on the back end of this deal. And so if you have any questions about how we put deals like this together, how to find more motivated sellers, make sure to join our Facebook group. If you're not already in our Facebook community, the link in the description is below. Make sure to post any questions that you have below so I can make sure to get those questions answered for you. And as always, if you got any value from this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.